got the power,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He know what the hell he doing. He could bag it up, And I tell you what, 50 Cent would have smacked the shit out of somebody too if he felt like he needed to.
Bruh. And that shit would have been glorious. Like,
And he would have been on the other side of the damn stage. You know.
yeah,
So we got
yeah.
nothing.
And I don't think you. And another thing, like Will Smith can't be blackballed, right? Like you got to understand,
You
Okay.
can't sustain prices like that without it being passed on to us. So we're
Right.
done, man.
Yeah, yeah. I seen you. Yes.
And he continued to assault him and commit disorderly conduct, sitting there cursing out in front of everybody in that public place, which is
Uh,
demonstrative of a
yeah.
failure to take proper police action. You just can't sit back and let it happen.
I
Worry
mean,
about,
I see him committed. He committed multiple misdemeanors.
and be
government. If there is a threat of violence or continuing action, you can't hesitate. You got to go get him. Suppose this give you an idea of why he's wrong. Okay, suppose the guy gets up and goes in and takes another swat at him, and you didn't sit back talking about, well, I'm just gonna get him later. What's wrong with you? You see, you had your opportunity. Well, you need to get your pen and paper and pay attention, rookie.
oh bless
What's
your
going to
heart.
happen?
Keep
Far more heinous crimes that this gentleman slapped and walked, and that's such a
Let's
was
do a
not
tomato
protected.
action, Mr. Paul.
Chris Rock, what is that supposed to mean? That's no different from this conversation. I don't care what
Right.
somebody thinks. It doesn't matter. I have a duty to act. Now,
Right.
let me tell you what my estimate is. If you heard this in the other show,
Okay.
if this is allowed to continue, all right,
Mm-hmm.
This is the longest
people are going
explanation
to
I've ever
start.
heard in my life. Lord have mercy.
Well, you need to get your pen and paper and pay attention, rookie.
Oh, bless
What's
your
going to
heart.
happen?
Keep going, Paul
What's
Rose,
going to
with
happen
your
is
personal
people are going to
attacks.
start showing up armed, Rock, and the next time somebody pops up on a stage, it's going to be shots fired.
All right, you done being extreme? Are you ready to learn, old man? Okay, cool.
Wow.
Now that you paused, all
Wow.
right. So, if we talk about this passive approach that I'm talking about, first of all, it's not passive; it's understanding, and you got to understand a risk perception is part of the use of force continuum. So, if I look at the subject's action, and the subject's action is professional, aka you slapped, you committed offense, you went and sat down, you said two phrases, but then you were quiet afterwards. Obviously, now my risk perception and the officer's perception or officer's response should be towards more of a professional category. The next level of professional would be tactical. Um, Regardless of what you think, all right, that's black and gray. I don't need to throw Will Smith on the ground after he stopped committing his offense. I don't need to throw handcuffs on him after he stopped committing his offense because he clearly knows that he committed an offense. Therefore, my officer's response to the subject's action is going to change. I'm going to adapt based off the subject's action. Now, you talk about experience and as far as people in the room, you were absolutely correct when you were talking about why a law enforcement LEO would be in the room, right? You would be contracted out based off of that contract, why you hired me, which more than likely I'm gonna get paid 3 times. Explain, by the way, don't take 30 minutes.
This
Make
is
this
not a
brief.
personal
Nobody wants
attack,
to
and
hear
I
your bull.
don't take orders. I don't take orders from you. Just understand that. You don't want me here, and you got to start push me down. The data I'm going to give you is invaluable. You need to learn today from me. You will never be a chief or an assistant chief talking like that. The 14th Amendment doesn't say equal protection under the law if there's a threat of death. You made that up. That's not what it says. You have a
What did I
duty
say?
for
I
you
said
have
serious
a duty.
bodily
I
harm
heard
or
what you
death.
we
You were
all
talking about
heard
the
the
use of force
dribble.
continuum. Stick to the use of force
Okay.
continuum that you were brought
I'm
up
not
on.
talking no force has been used yet. The only force that's been used, I know all about the force continuum. I've been to 3 academies. You keep talking. You got profiling? Huh? Have you been to the FBI Academy? No. So let's listen to me, man. Listen to
You
me.
don't know anything
You
about
can
me. Don't assume.
you can
Stop with
tell
that.
this story
Just
to the
talk your
judge
piece. Speak your
when
piece, Paul
you
Rhodes.
when
Speak
you
your
and your
piece.
department
Not
are
about me.
sued for failure to protect Chris. You can tell that story to the judge. Well, this and well, that. They're not even listening to you because no one even approached. You do not have the option to sit back and assess and assess
All
and
right,
assess.
pause before you go
While
into
the
another one. Let me hit that
option,
note. Let
I'm
me hit
still
that comment. Hold
talking.
up, hold up. I
I'm
know.
still
Let me hit that
talking.
comment, and then you can go
No,
again.
I'm
All right,
not
real
finished.
quick. All right, yeah,
I'm
you
not
are.
finished.
So, all right, you said,
Once
all
he
right,
once he
to
has
protect him, right?
committed
Which means, hold
violence,
on, pause
you
real
don't have
quick.
the option to
That
sit back.
means that
Is
means
this a
Will
double
changed
talker?
his
Whose show
subject's
is this,
action.
man?
No, we're
Whose
gonna hit
show is
each
this,
point because
Ruck?
you go on 5 minute rants. So let me tackle that one
Ruck,
subject right real
either you
quick.
silence him or I'm
So,
leaving, man. You're wasting
oh,
my
bless
time.
your heart, man. You wasted everybody's
You're
time,
wasting
man,
my
coming
time.
up here.
You do not
Legit, I'm
have
just
the
trying to hit
option.
one
Stop
note.
talking over me.
Hey, well,
Stop
if
talking
you
over
would,
me.
let's have some dialogue then, Paul Rhodes. You don't go on these
You
10-minute
do
rants,
not have
bro.
the option once violence is committed and the continuum of violence is potential. He could have easily gotten up and walked right back up there and done something even worse
And that's
while
when
you
the
sit
subject's
around and
action changes,
assess.
right?
When you don't wait for that. He's already showed you
Okay.
that he's capable of violence. You have a duty to protect the victim. You're gonna stand there and let the
Intent and
victim get hit again?
capability. Your intent
Okay,
and
man. Okay,
capability.
okay. I'm telling
So
you,
if
you're
he's
gonna
sitting
lose this one.
down and he's saying, I'm going to punch you in the face, that's provoking
You
speeches
just
and
don't know
gestures,
what you're
right?
talking about. The
That's provoking
continuum of
speeches and gestures.
force, the continuum of force has to do with your use of force. At this point, you're just talking. You haven't done
Is
anything.
detaining or apprehending use of
You're
force?
not. The continuum of force is not about the suspect's force. It's about the officer's force. You're misreading
Again,
policy.
you're
You have
talking about
no idea
intervening,
what you're
right?
talking about.
Are you
Man,
talking
we
about
need some more
intervening right
police
now?
officers up here. You one of these guys that made a
Are
D
you
and got
talking
the
about
academy?
intervening? Come on, Paul Rhodes, answer questions, man.
Man,
Are you talking about
the
as an
continuum of
officer
force has
intervening, right? This is
nothing
what we're
to
talking
do
about.
with what happened in there. You have a
So
duty
is
to protect
apprehending someone
all
or
equally.
detaining someone use of force?
Not necessarily, no. I would have
Not
tapped him on
necessarily.
the
It's a
shoulder
yes or
and said,
no. You
"Let's."
always
Hey,
black and
sir,
white
you
any
need.
other
I
time. Why
told you
can't you
I
answer
would
the
have.
question?
See, you're a professional exaggerationist. You said I don't need to
Bless
throw
your
him
heart.
down and handcuff him. I never said that. I would have not tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Sir, you need to come with me," and would have been three of us there to do that. Probably the brassman, me, and a backsasher like you that I ordered to do it. You just go up there and do what I told you. Tap him on the shoulder and tell him you got to come with me. That's it. What's so hard about that?
Tomato to
This
the
is why
face.
I
In the
give
face.
orders. This is why I give the orders and you just take the orders. You can think later. Meanwhile, it's yes, sir, and do what you're told. Just that simple.
Paul
I
Rhodes, you ever
rest.
known somebody that's been on the force for 16 years and has been bottom of the barrel?
You're in these
This
ridiculous
is your
questions. This
problem.
is not a
This is your
church.
problem.
This is
This is
not
what
a
I'm saying.
church,
Like
man. I'm a
you
veteran.
assume
I'm
way
the
too
real
much.
deal. I'm not.
You are
I'm not
not the
some
real deal, man.
JoJo.
You are washed
Yeah,
up.
yeah, 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 yeah,
LNO,
yeah.
like you are
Well,
the most washed
yeah.
up of
Okay,
LNOs
man.
that have ever existed, man. You talking black and white stuff. Like last time you was in a law
Okay.
enforcement uniform was back in 1972 when you were rolling around with your little Beidou light on top of your vehicle like you were a freaking
That's all
Starsky
you
and
got,
Hutch.
man.
Get out of here,
That's
man.
all
Come
you
on,
got.
bro. Like
That's all you
nobody
got.
wants
When
to
you
hear
stand
your
by and
stuff,
let
Paul
people get
Rhodes.
hurt, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's right.
If
Yeah,
you
you
stand by
heard
and
me.
let people
Woo.
get hurt, you're gonna be liable for that.
Mm. You done, Paul
So,
Rhodes?
Ruck, what do you think? What do you think about the explanation? What do you think about the exaggerations and the explanation? You know, Judge Rose hated people who embellished and tried to exaggerate to make a point. She couldn't stand that. She would have hated you the moment you open your mouth. Can't believe a word comes out of your mouth when you exaggerate.
More tomatoes. More tomatoes.
Ruck, are you here? He's reconnecting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paul Rhodes Show. For those that have never experienced this journey, trust me, it is going to be a thrilling ride. Buckle
We
your
don't
seatbelts
trust
if you
you.
have
That's
them.
the problem. And remember, the only person who's violated the law since I've been here is you. Ruck, are you here?
Nah, I think you pushed them away. Come on, Paul Rhodes, hit us with some more truths. Give us some of that
Hey, hey,
non-ghetto
hey, hey.
gospel.
I give the orders, not you. You don't give me
Oh,
orders. You
okay.
just do what
Hey,
you're
give us the
told.
ghetto gospel. Hey, come on, Paul Rhodes, give us something.
There's no such thing.
Give us something. Come on. I need to be enlightened. I need to be educated.
I've already educated you. You just, you don't pay attention in class.
You know what? The funny thing about effective communication is sending and receiving. The problem is you send so much, but you don't receive anything.
Your problem is that you lie. You told the
Okay.
whole world here on this international show that I wanted Will Smith to be thrown on the ground and cuffed. I never said any
I did
such
not
thing.
say that. I never said that.
Yes, you did. You need to go back
I
and
did
listen
not
to
say that. So
yourself
you,
telling
I
those
did not
lies.
say what I
Came
said.
right out of your
You were
mouth.
talking about.
You told him, well, I don't need for him to. Blah, blah, blah. You did the whole story based on exaggeration, and you sit here talking about the continuum of force. That's got nothing to do with this scenario. Nothing. It's a misplacement of data. You just don't know what you're talking about. You need to go to
To
the
know that
police
maybe if they
chief's
were
best
sitting in the back,
practices.
this would not have happened. But even so, like I feel like he could have maybe even made the joke still because, like, at the end of the day, if he know. But no, maybe he didn't. I don't know, because maybe, so maybe if they were in the back, this would have been different. But them being at the front, and him making the joke, it's just messed up, man.
Mm. That was good. Thank you, Daniel. We got a lot of comments here.